Hi everybody, Josh with 6 Up Tabletop. Today doing a review of the British Highlanders. Not the Riflemen, but you're just doing the British Highlanders today. One of the coolest models. Unique for the British. Awesome looking for black powder epic battles. Part of their Waterloo series. And let's take a look. Taking a look at the sprue. Not much to really go over here. Everything to this right is like so this would be like the 95th Rifles that come in the skirmish order. I got the Howitzer and the Brigadier General here, and then these are all just the Highlanders, pretty similar to the English sprue. They have a couple differences, primarily being the bonnets and the kilts representing the Scottish heritage. Alright, let's take a look at the models all painted up and give some thoughts on that process. Reading from the Black Powder Rulebook, it says, "The sound of the bagpipes, which is well known and never failing incitement to deeds of valor, when its shrill notes fall upon the ear of a true Scot in the day of battle, had such effect upon the spirits of the men that loud cheering followed, and all were ready to plunge into the greatest danger without a consideration respecting their own fate. These gusts of enthusiasm must have struck even the enemy themselves with astonishment, and opened before them a groundwork of study upon real British courage." And that was an excerpt from A Scots Grey at Waterloo by Gareth Clover. I think it's awesome just like hearing that description of the proud nature of the Highlanders, primarily Scottish troops that fought for the British at that time. The regiment that I did was the 42nd Foot, also known so the Highlanders, and they were known as the Black Watch. Talking a little bit about experience painting these guys. I would say definitely more challenging in terms of the kilt being, as you can see here, I did basically like a checkered pattern, basically on their bonnets, and then as well as the kilt. So that was a little bit time consuming, but also it was fun. It was a great challenge to get into. I was excited knowing that I was going to be able to paint these guys. It'd be a little bit different than I guess like a traditional line infantry unit, and so I thought that'd be an awesome challenge to paint these guys up. I was debating whether I should just paint like the front rank and then the back rank, but I decided that I wanted them all painted up in the same standard. And I feel like at the end I appreciated the results and glad I spent the extra time painting all the ranks. Man, such a cool unit. I know across various games, the Highlanders, especially in Black Powder, they get advantages to their melee, getting to reroll some dice, just showing off how tenacious and how much morale they had in themselves and their fellow countrymen. I feel like I remember reading somewhere, I'm not exactly sure, that like the initial regiments of Highlanders were from Scotland, and then come Waterloo there was a mix of like Irish and Welsh and others mixed into the different regiments and battalions, so they weren't 100% purely Scottish Highlanders. But I would say that my experience with the additional expansion kits has been, so this one, and that came out with the skirmishing 95th Rifles, and the old guard kits, is I feel like there's, I don't know, maybe it's just the ones I got, I feel like there was a little bit less cleanup to do, a little bit less like I guess flashing might not be the best word, but on the plastic, I feel like the plastic was a little bit cleaner. And overall, I mean, this was, I think, my favorite unit to paint. So I'm really happy with how they turned out. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool just having the bagpipes. Just makes them, anything that gives some uniqueness to your models at this scale. It's such a it's just such an awesome addition. I know even from standing from the table, you're not going to see all the details, but I know I just had to paint them up the best I could, and I'm really pleased with how they turned out, and I know they're going to look spectacular on the table, getting into melee and holding the British line firm. So awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys like this review and kind of showcase of a painted up unit of Highlanders. Once again, the 42nd Highlanders, the Black Watch. I appreciate you guys watching. Stick around. We'll get another video up, and we'll see you in the future. Thanks. Have a good day.